Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday morning market webcast. Okay, so we continue to be stuck between 2,600 on the upside. You can really start to see it on the daily chart now. Here. This is 2,600 right here. So 5 days at 2,600. And on the downside, really, weekly pivot has been good support. It was yesterday. Really choppy, and I'll say all the things about the tape today that I said yesterday morning. Neither side can finish. Neither side can execute at the key moment in order to take control. And I think it's because everybody's kind of, really kind of non-committal right now. So we're just kind of chopping around in and around this area while we figure out things like Brexit, things like the shutdown, stuff like that. And there's just no sense of urgency either to run it on up to something like the 200-day, that's 100 to 130 handles above, or make a meaningful push back to the daily mid-band at 25.16 and try to get the ball rolling to the downside. So it really depends on who can convert 2,600 on the up. And then for the bears, they have two jobs now. So here's your hourly chart. You've got the weekly pivot down here at 72.75. When we spoke yesterday morning, they were battling over that. They battled over it in Globex. They bought it, they took it up, and then you can just see we really just kind of chopped around. This is your, this is 11 a.m. on. So there was a nice little long early in the morning that we caught, up from 78, but then the rest of the day was really just churning in these 80s, trying to break it out, not getting through, 25.89. They took it all the way up to 2,600 in the overnight after, backing it off into the close, and it was kind of a weird close at that. And now they've taken it right back to, we're not quite, basically they took it down here where we were kind of flat from the close. And now, they're trying to take it back up a bit. So I'm going into today. My expectation is that we do get some kind of a dip buy. And unless they surprise me, I don't really expect that dip buy to go anywhere. So I'm not scalping, but what I am doing now is I have to really look at taking profit chunks and then, being willing to let runners go if they continue to not be able to follow through. My concern with that is when this does end, there's going to be some big chunks of handles, but there's always opportunities to get into those on the upside and the downside. So your focus today has really got to be daily pivot, weekly pivot below. Don't forget about monthly pivot. It's down here at 48, and the bears have accomplished nothing until that 48 becomes resistance. So the bears have got, they've got quite a task. We just stopped here at 86.25. 25.86 is that pre-FOMC price, and it's been, it has been gravitating back to that for the last. If you take a chart and you take 25.86 and you take it back to once we got up here after the move higher, you'll see that basically it's been one big battle on either side of that pre-FOMC price and a lot of indecision in the process. If the bulls take it up, look, 2,600. How many times can I type out 2,600 resistance? Something's got to give. Something's got to give. Either we convert 2,600 and we head higher, or we go take out weekly pivot and we go take a look at 48, and then the bears are going to have to win another battle down there. All right, everybody have a good one. Don't overtrade this thing. Don't overtrade it. It's hard not to. Don't overtrade it. This tape, when you back it out and look at an hourly chart, you're like, oh, look. Yeah, we went up X number of handles. It was here. But if you really get into these candles and you see how wide they are and how whippy they are and how this is this has a whippy tail to the downside, this has a whippy tail to the upside. Short-term trading, long-term inflection points, which is what we're doing. Long-term inflection points. Short-term trading, long-term inflection points, you're gonna get bruised up a little bit. You're gonna get banged around. Don't overtrade it. When it makes up its mind, it's going to have a nice, little move to the upside, nice little move to the downside, plenty of opportunities in between. Don't just sit there and churn up commission. You'll drive yourself nuts doing that. All right. Have a good one. We'll be out with more stuff on social. I have been going, I have been yesterday, and I'm going to do it again today, and we're going to do it going forward. The pre-market discussion that I have with my subscribers, which lasts maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes before I grab my last cup of coffee before we open, that I've been going live on Instagram with that. I'm going to continue to do that. I think that's a nice peek for people into the chat that wonder kind of what we're doing. Look, if you like these videos and you like me talking you through things, basically that's what I do all day long with the live chart. So check that out on Instagram. If you don't watch it live, then catch it when you have time later in the day. I think you'll like what you see. Take care. Trade them well. Talk to you soon. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.